Hey y'all, it's my birthday. It's currently 5:55 in the morning, 5th July. It's my birthday and I wanted to come on here and get ready. Excuse my voice, I just woke up, and get ready. And also I wanted to do a video that I've been seeing online for a while. I want to do 30 things I know for sure. I have written down in my notebook, so as I get ready, so you will be seeing a change in my outfit and all that. I will do my skincare and then I will eventually leave for work, but this video is going to be interesting, I promise. So it's my birthday, and the first thing I know for sure, number one, the first thing I know for sure is I was born on a Wednesday. And guess what? Today is Wednesday. I'm so excited. It was chilly. That is what my mom tells me. And yeah, I'm a July baby. I love it. Number two, I know for sure that you shouldn't compare yourself to anyone, because comparison is a thief of joy. I'm not going to be explaining much because most of these things are self-explanatory, as we used to be told in school, but let me set you up correctly. Yeah, I am not going to be over-explaining because most of these things we all know, but these are things that life has proven to me in the last 30-something years. All right? That is number two. Number three, I know for sure that when you love, you're supposed to love fiercely. What do I mean? If you find your person, love them, holding nothing back. Okay. Number four, call your parents. Call your parents and hang out with them. Time is flying. Time is flying. And you're going to miss those moments. So call them, hang out with them more, visit them, and all that. All right? I don't know which number I'm at. I think number 5. Especially in the last 2 years, I know for a fact that alone time is very, very, very important. Get to know you, get to know your likes, get to know your wants, get to know your needs. Sit in your own thoughts. I can't insist that enough. Sit in your own thoughts, and I promise you, you will improve from there. Physically, mentally, financially, all aspects of life. Sit in your own thoughts. Alone time is very important. Another thing I know for sure is don't underestimate rest. Don't underestimate rest and going to bed early. Let me tell you mine. I have had to learn this the hard way. Going to bed early is priceless. It helps you to put things in perspective. It helps you to, that's my alarm. It helps you to, going to bed early helps you to be able to be fresh tomorrow. Okay? In my 20s, I didn't know that. I swear I've had the best last like 2 or 3 years because I have been going to bed early. I am slowly losing track of that, but I intend to go back to it. So yeah, that's another thing I know for sure. All right. Another thing I know for sure, and I started this in 2019. So start now. If you see this video, if you hear my voice, start now. One thing I know for sure is that self-improvement / growth is not selfish. I'll say that again. Self-improvement or growth is not selfish. Choose you. Personal growth and learning never stop. I like to tell people that I love to add value to myself. When you improve as a person, or when you do something that adds value to you, you become a better person for you and for everyone else. Don't forget, it's not selfish. Another thing I know for sure, invest in timeless pieces. What do I mean by this? Invest in timeless outfits, timeless jewelry, timeless pieces in your timeless books. You get, don't go with trends. Trends will come and go. Invest in timeless pieces. Even in music, invest in music that will feel amazing or feel like it's the first time you're listening to them all over again. Please, I know that for sure. Another thing I know for sure, if you see me looking down, I'm reading from my book. Some people are meant to be in a small portion of your life or a season. Love them, embrace them, and let them go when you need to. No school will teach you that. Life will teach you that. Life will teach you that. Some people walk in and out of your life accordingly. They are there for that reason, for that season. It's okay to love them and love them from afar. Gosh. And let go of them accordingly when need arises. Does that make sense? No one will teach you that. I might tell you that now, but you will never go to any learning institution to learn that. That's another thing I know for sure. Another thing I know for sure, what others say about me is none of my business. What others say about me is more about them and not me. All right? When people talk about you or talk about you, the way you're moving and all that, it's not you, it's them. It's stemming from a point of their inner child being hurt, their inner child seeking something, seeking attention from you. It's not you. It's them, babe. It's them. It's not you. That's one thing I know for sure. Another thing I know for sure, reward yourself. I can't say this enough. Reward yourself. For every little win, reward yourself, babe. Reward yourself. You will thank me later. Another thing I know for sure, this one I have learned over a couple of years, is that you should always smell nice and never, ever, ever, ever look like your problems. Don't. Sometimes it's hard, but don't look like your problems and smell nice. I feel like you really smell nice is a top tier compliment for me. Like, don't even tell me any other thing. Tell me I smell nice. That for me is a win. Always smell nice. Thank me later. Okay? Another thing that I have learned in the last like 4 years is that weight is just a number. If you feel great, that is what matters. Weight is just a number. If you feel great, that is all that matters. Weight fluctuates up, down, and it's okay. Just eat healthy, be in the correct mental health space, and move. It doesn't really matter. The same, if you think about people saying, oh, I think you've gained weight and all that, they have not contributed anything to your weight gain or your weight loss. As long as you look at yourself in the mirror and you love what you see, baby girl, do you. That's one thing I know for sure. I wrote them down because there were so many, so I'm going to keep checking my book. Another thing I know for sure, is clap for others until it is your turn to win. I know we have a serious problem in this sector of clapping for others, but God will honor that. The universe, or whatever it is that you believe in, will honor you clapping for another person. And if one person wins, I was telling another friend of mine who's doing, God has blessed her and she's building something. And I was telling her that I'm really, truly excited for her, which is actually true. Because when she wins, I win. So the example I was telling her is, when it is my turn for my husband and I to build something, like do a construction, I will legit call her or tell her, hey, you know what? I am looking for a guy to do roofing for me. I'm looking for a guy to do plastering for me. And she's going to come through for me and also advise me on what not to do, because she'll have already passed through that process. So clap for others until it's your turn. If another person wins, you win. Let's do the next one. Treat others the way you want to be treated. One thing I know for sure is that you should treat others the way you want to be treated. I don't think I'm going to explain that. It's simple. If you want to be treated nice, treat people nice. If you want people to be good to you, be good to them. If you want people to be kind to you, be kind to them. Another thing I have had to learn in the past like 10 years of being in working institutions and all that, and having to go for internship and pupillage and all that, is that your colleagues are not your friends. That I know for sure. Your colleagues are not your friends. Don't get it twisted. Your friends are your friends. Your colleagues are your colleagues. And your colleagues can only move to acquaintances. Of course, there are exceptions to this general rule. There are people who we meet at our workplaces and they become best of friends and they can hold you down whenever and they will choose you any day. But that is an exception. But I promise you, 90% of the time, your colleagues are not your friends. I have learned that the hard way. That I know for sure. All right. Another thing I have learned, and I know for sure, is that you should date yourself. Date yourself. Treat yourself the way you'd want another person who comes into your life to treat you. Buy yourself flowers, buy yourself chocolate, buy yourself gifts. Reward yourself. Let's move on. Another thing I know for sure is that happiness is an inside job. Happiness is an inside job. If you want to be happy, it has to come from within you. Don't wait for someone else to make you happy. Don't wait for your partner to make you happy. Don't wait for your folks to make you happy. You are your own person. In fact, I was listening to Lydia KM on TMI podcast with Murugi Munyi, and they were saying that people solely depend on other people to be happy, especially their partners, not knowing that they are also trying to be happy in their own places, and also that happiness should come from within you, and don't put the expectation of you being happy on someone else. Does that make sense? I don't know. But one thing I know for sure, happiness is an inside job. It's my birthday today, so one thing I know for sure is that you are only as old as you feel. I can promise you that for sure. You are only as old as you feel. If you want to feel 50, if you want to feel 80, and all you want to do is to chill and eat and be a couch potato, you will feel as old as 50 or 60. But if you do the work, you self-improve, and you grow mentally, you are only as old as you feel. There's no way of explaining this point, really. Let's just move on. You will not understand this now, but you're only as old as you feel. I promise you, I know that for a fact. Another thing I know for sure, your finances and future plans are your business. I am quite talkative myself, and sometimes I find myself spilling my plans, but I have been trying a lot, because the minute you put out some things into the universe, you give everyone else a chance to be part of it, either by giving their opinion, by discouraging you, or by even trying to make them not happen. We are living in hard times. Yo. So your finances and your future plans are your business. Trust me. I know that for a fact. Another thing I know for sure is figuring out your drink is very important. When we started doing alcoholic drinks, we started out with everything and anything. But the day you realize that perhaps alcohol is not my thing, or I love alcohol and whiskey is my drink, or brandy is my drink, I love, vodka, I love wine, I love red wine, I love what. The minute you figure out your drink, even tea people, sijawasahau watu wa chai. The minute you figure out your drink, you're the real thing. You're the real deal. Figuring out your drink is very, 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 very important. Take that to the bank. I know that for a fact. One thing I know for sure, don't skip your doctor's appointments. Visit your gyna. Visit your dentist. Visit your optician. Visit your doctor. Visit your doctor. Don't skip appointments. And if something feels off in your body, it's definitely off. Don't wait until it gets really bad, and that is when you're trying to go to the doctor. They say prevention is better than cure. If you feel like something is broken inside you, even mentally, physically, just see a doctor. All right? And if you can afford therapy, see a therapist. I know that for sure. Now, I'm going to go and take a shower and then come back and continue with this video. It's my birthday, and this is my skincare routine. So this is how my skin is looking like. I have taken a shower, brushed my teeth and all that shebang, and I have already washed my face or cleansed. So this, I hope you can see it clearly. This is the wash I have been using. I have been loving it. It's so gentle to my face. It's quite kind. It cleanses well. All right, and it foams. I am a sucker for foaming things. I love a soap that lathers well, and this is good, and it's good for acne prone skin. I've not had a problem with it. I am loving it. So I'm going to pat my face dry like that. This is what my face looks like today. I've been using tretinoin and I love it, love it, love it, love it. I am going to be using the AHA and BHA with charcoal Garnier serum. I have been loving it. It has been quite exfoliating because tretinoin is quite irritating, but I don't know. It's said to get rid of the blemishes for acne prone skin, and let's see. Let's find out together. So this is what I'm going to start with. So my skin is not completely dry. I want it to absorb this product. So let's do this thing. I absolutely love how it feels on my skin. I actually do. You're supposed to avoid the eye area at all costs with most products. And also I like to pull it all the way down my neck because I have a bit of acne here. Spread it, spread it, spread it. As we wait for that to dry, I'm going to continue with the things that I know for sure. All right? I don't know which number I'm at, but another thing I know for sure: marry your best friend. I can't insist that more. Marry your best friend. My husband is my best friend. I know that I was telling a friend of mine that when you marry your best friend, life improves. The quality of life that you're living improves. When you marry your best friend, you will know for sure, because you'll be having little to no fights. You will be able to solve your fights or your situations or your finances without fighting about it. You're going to be able to discuss that. I hope I'm making sense. Love should be easy. Love should be easy. Marry your best friend. I know that for a fact. And I'm glad I waited until I met my man. He's my best friend. One thing and another thing I know for sure, closely to the previous point, if you are in the right relationship, the quality of life improves. And that's on period. I'm not even going to explain that. Another thing I know for sure: learn how to control yourself. What am I saying? If you find yourself in a situation that needs or requires you to control your feelings, don't mind the fact that, and I'm not saying try and pretend that you're not feeling. No. Feeling is a part of life, and it's something that we cannot avoid. So if you're feeling sad, feel it. If you feel angry, feel it. But know the time and place to react. Because your reaction is going to cause another person to react as well. A reaction leads to an action. Or is it quite the opposite? An action leads to whatever. But learn how to control yourself. Learn how to control yourself. I know that for a fact. Another thing I know for sure is that living with gratitude is the pathway to joy. Let me tell you. I feel like this, if I do a story time, this is going to be quite long, but in 2019, when I was dating my now husband, I started being grateful for a lot of things. I started doing gratitude lists. One thing about me, when I feel stuck, when I feel like life is not moving, I do gratitude lists. And let me tell you, Mina, when I find out the things I am grateful for, that being stuck or that feeling like life is stagnant, all of it goes away. So living with gratitude is the pathway to joy. Believe me, even when you do a gratitude list in the morning, you will have an amazing day. You have so much to be grateful for. Life, health, even waking up, like I am so grateful that I'm seeing another year. I am so grateful. I cannot wait to see what is in store for me, and I'm praying for all the nicest things in this world. Those are my portion. I can't wait. Before I go on, this is dry, so ensure that you cover your products quite well. I'm going to move in with my moisturizer. I recently got this because I am using tretinoin and it can be quite irritating, so I'm using the Simple. I actually wanted there's another one, a replenishing one, but I have done my research and I hear that Simple products are good for sensitive skin and they're really good. It doesn't matter whether it is the replenishing one or the hydrating light moisturizer. Simple products are good for sensitive skin, and mine right now is quite sensitive, so let's do this. I love that it's light on the skin and it feels so moisturizing. I love it. This is a great addition. I love it already. It feels so good and so light on the skin. Let's see how it does on my skin, and then I feel like I should already recommend it. I love it. So as that dries, I'm going to go to the other thing that I know for sure. Always read a book. Read a book. That is something I know for a fact. Learning is a continuous experience. At the moment, I'm still stuck on a book, Americana. A lot has been going on, and I know this is an excuse, but I'll pick up the habit of reading again. I have not been buying books quite often as I used to because the last couple of months, but I'm grateful I'm here. I got to see this day, and it's my birthday, guys. You're not ready for me. This year, money, good things, favor, they're going to locate me. All right, they are going to locate me. So let's move on to the next thing I know for sure. The last about 5 years, I have learned that, and I know this for a fact, that you need to fix yourself first. If you feel like something is broken inside of you, especially mentally, emotionally, fix you first. And I'm going to tell you why. If you fix yourself, you're going to be a better person for you. You're going to bring out the best in you, for you, and even for other people. If you learn how to love yourself first, you're going to set a pace of how others are going to treat you like, of how others are going to love you. So, love you first, fix you first, before you try and fix others. And another thing I have learned, which is in connection to that, don't try and fix another person. It will weigh you down. If you're the kind of person who gets into things to try and fix people, don't do that. It will weigh you down. Fix yourself first before you can try and go fix others. That I know for a fact. Another thing I know for sure, and no one will teach you this in school. Don't be in friendships that you're not sure about. Don't be in friendships that you're not sure about. That's quite draining. If you have someone who gives you anxiety, if you have someone that's in your life and you consider them a friend and they're not the person you wish to share your good news with because of how they will react, dump that babe, sis. If you have a friend who you cannot trust while they're hanging out with another friend because of the things they say about other people, run, sis, run. Run. Another thing I have learned in this whole friendship thing, apologize. Apologize and wait for that apology to sink in, and then you wait for their reaction. If they ditch you, if they were not mature enough to take on your apology, and now you're not quite sure, you're walking on eggshells with them, dump them, sis. But for some things, I feel like if you're really friends like that, you're going to conquer some things. So long as they didn't steal your man, they didn't do something that is going to change the course of your entire life. Time is flying. You don't have time to be unsure about your friendships. If you're not sure about your friendship, run. It's never going to change. It's going to feel like that for 10 years, and it's quite draining. You're welcome. Now, I'm going to do sunscreen. I like to let each product sit on my skin. Oh, it's glowing. Let's do this thing. I don't use as much sunscreen because I don't feel like I'm piling a lot of products on my skin. Does that make sense? Plus, it's cold. It's cold, and I know that sometimes people say, oh, when it's cold, that's when your skin requires sunscreen and all that. Come on. That's enough sunscreen for one person, don't you think? My skin is doing the most, yo. My skin is... Prepare to get sick of me. Prepare to get sick of me. So, the sunscreen that I'm using is this Nivea UV Face Shine and Control Mattifying Effect. I love that it dries matte. This sunscreen is the truth, and it doesn't have a white cast. I love it. Highly recommend. So I think I'm done. I think I'm going to... I don't know if I'm going to change my hair. Yeah, it's my birthday. Let me change my hair. Let me change my hair. My skin is doing the most. Prepare to get sick of me. Okay, let me do my hair. then I will come and lay the edges together with you as I go on with my video. I am back. So I've changed the way my hair looks. Now I want to wear earrings. I'm torn between this piece. I love it. This piece. This one. Oh my god, I don't know if you can see it very well. And oh, not this one. I think I'm going to wear these ones. You're going to see them sitting on my my skin is doing the most, you guys. All right, I'm going to be wearing these ones. Let me store the rest. Let me store the rest. Let me just wear this. So let's go on to the 30-something things I know for a fact. I know for sure. Another thing I know for sure is that you should have recipes, your go-to recipes to impress. Listen, I know some people are going to come at me, oh, you don't need to know how to cook, and it's fine, but when you host guests, you need to have your go-to recipes, the recipes that you're going to impress with. Trust me, you're going to thank me later. I also decided to put on clothes. I'm gonna show you the birthday fit. I don't know why I'm excited about this birthday, but I'm really excited. I'm not looking forward to like a lot of gifting and what have you, but if they come, sakata. But yeah, I'm loving this. I love that I'm excited about my birthday. Okay, let me do my brows. Let me just do my brows and then I'll come back. Eyebrows, all done. I couldn't find my eyeliner, so I used this one. Do boys things. So right now I'm going to do my lipstick. Yes, let's do my lipstick. Also, I'm going to be wearing perfume. The perfume I'm wearing is this one. It's a cheapie, but it's nice. Love it. Before I do my lips, let's do my edges together. There you go. Gel went onto my face, my sweet face. Okay, so my face is doing the most. Lipstick, and then we go on with this video. That's my everyday go to skincare routine and get ready routine. And let me finish up with this so I can clear up my table. So another thing I know for sure, turn off your phone once in a while. I know that for a fact. It's okay to turn off your phone once in a while and have some me time. You know, sit with your thoughts, listen to you, and just think about life generally. It's currently 7:12 and I need to finish up these things that I know for sure. Okay, another thing I know for sure, offer to split your bills on your dates. If you're going out with your friends, be upfront and tell them, you know what, I'm not covering the whole bill. We need to split this bill. Because if you don't speak up from the beginning, you're going to end up paying the whole thing. It doesn't matter how expensive or how end the place that you visit is. Just offer to split the bills from the beginning. All right? Another thing I know for sure, open up about your position financially before letting people drag you into financial rock bottom. open up about your position financially before letting people drag you into financial rock bottom. I know that for a fact. If your friends are going to get something that is perhaps quite expensive or a service, and you know you're not financially okay to get that service at the moment, please say so from the beginning. It will save you a lot. Another thing I know for a fact, listen to podcasts. If you're not listening to podcasts, I don't know what you're doing for sure. Listen to crime podcasts. I'm going to give you a couple of mine, my favorites. The first one being Legally Clueless by Adele Onyango. The Messy In Between by Lydia KM and Murugi Munyi. I love The Mics Are Open by G Money and the Crew. I love Deadass by Kadeen and Davil. They are a married couple. They have amazing advice. They talk about their day-to-day living and the things that they are going through in life. I also love On Attachment by Stephanie Riggs. I think that's her name if I'm not butchering it. I love the Brown Girl podcast. I have written them down so it can be easy for me to remember all. I love the Joel Austin podcast. I love To My Sisters. I love It's Related, I Promise by Jules. I don't know if there's any other I'm leaving. I love The Joyride by Ben Psycho and his wife. Listen to podcasts, guys. Even if just try one. I think I'm going to leave a link here of Legally Clueless, and then you can see if you really like it or it's something that you'd want to do. I love listening to podcasts. They just bring out... I can't explain. Just listen and you will understand this feeling that I have. Also, another thing I know for sure, never be a victim. Victimhood is amazing. It's an amazing feeling to be a victim. To blame other people for the things that are happening to your life. But there's no growth in being a victim. There's no growth in being a victim. If you want to be a victim, you will never grow. But if you are able to realize, hey, I'm playing victimhood and I need to move on from this. I need to say sorry and move. I need to love myself better and move. I need to understand that the things that happened to me are not my fault and move. Don't play victimhood. That's a fact I know for sure. There's comfort in being a victim, but don't. Believe me. I don't even know at what number I am at, but another thing, healing is not a straight line or linear. When I talk about healing, I mean healing your inner child. Your inner child, most people's inner child, I don't know which phrase to use, are hurt. They have gone through a lot. So we seek what our inner child did not receive when we were younger from other people. And people have been raised differently. People have gone through different experiences. So they might not meet you 100% on your needs. All right? And this ends up getting, this makes us hurt more or become worse. And when you start the journey to healing, it will never be a straight line. You will not start seeing a therapist or reading self-improvement books or doing things that will improve the quality of your life today and then you'll be okay today. No, there are days that you will break down and cry. There are days that you will think about your ex and cry. There are days that you will think about how your life is going and cry. And that is part of healing. Healing is not a straight line. Healing will have its ups and downs. There will be days you will have high highs. And there are days you will have low lows. And it's okay. Extend grace to yourself and let your inner child feel the things it needs to feel. All right? I don't know the number of things that I said I know for sure, but I think the title of this video should be 30-something things I know for sure. Okay? So if you're new here, my name is Gishagi Girl or Winnie, and I'm going to be putting out content about life, about lifestyle, about healing, about skincare, and any other thing as I try to figure out my niche. You're welcome, and welcome to my channel. Let's do this thing, all right? I don't know how this is going to go, but I have been trying to do this for a whole year, to put out content on my channel, and I feel like this is the day to do it. This is absolutely the day. I don't know when this video is going to go up, but we will see after I finish editing and all that. I'm not going to make any promises, but let's do this thing. Let's just do this thing. Let's wing it. Bye. Before I log out, let me show you the birthday fit. This is how I'm looking. The nyash is nyashing. It's quite cold outside, so I'm going to wear this. The shoes I'm wearing, and my handbag. Yeah. Yes, girl. Yes. Okay. Let me just wear it. I love it. Completely love it. And that is the end of this video. See you on my next one. Bye.